Hey, are you looking for the perfect stuff to get or give this holiday season? If so, this is the video for you, so hang out for a minute and check this stuff out. What's up guys, Eric here with At Home in the Future, and this video is going to be just a little bit different. In 2023, I had an opportunity to check out a ton of cool stuff. You can go back in the channel archive and catch those videos that you might have missed, but what I wanted to do in this video is give you kind of a holiday gift guide, give you kind of a rundown of the gear of the year in a ton of different categories. So I'm going to cover some EDC stuff, some gear, some gadgets, and even like clothes and shoes and all that sort of stuff. If you're in the headspace where you're shopping for friends, your spouse, your girlfriend, or even just trying to give other people ideas of the stuff that you may want, I've shopped around everywhere I could online, try to find the best prices for you, so you'll find links for everything we talk about in this video down in the description. But let's get things kicked off by talking about EDC stuff and gadgets and stuff for your pockets. So here we go. I've got kind of a smattering of EDC gear, pocket stuff, and just gizmos and gadgets, the stuff that I found myself using the most this year. Not all of this stuff is like new to the market this year, but stuff that I feel like I've either discovered this year or just ended up carrying with me or goofing off with the most. So we'll just kind of go through all this stuff, and a lot of it too is fairly affordable and stocking stuffer friendly. So as we go through it, I'll put prices on the screen and everything so you can kind of get an idea of what you're getting into here. But let's start up here with just a simple, really fun thing here from K-Bar, and it's just a slingshot. Simple, well-made, nice, probably like indestructible handle here. You got kind of the silicone rubber stretchy cordage. It gives you a nice pullback, nice release, and this is just like something that brings back your inner troublemaker. If you're a kid, you got some trees in your backyard and just want to like shoot some stuff at them. This is a ton of fun. Made in the USA too, but just really, really neat and totally replaceable. A lot of the slingshots you'd pick up at like a Walmart or something like that, once the cords up here, once these eventually like dry out or break, you're totally screwed over because those things are typically like embedded into the plastic. These you can just thread them back on and get replacements, which is really nice. They also sell this ammo on Amazon. I'll link to it in the description, but it's biodegradable. So if you're just goofing off outside, throwing up some Coke cans to shoot at or a little target and stuff, that biodegradable stuff, you don't have to worry about leaving all sorts of like metal pellets and stuff back in the woods. But this thing's a lot of fun, really inexpensive, and it's just kind of like a little surprise thing that if you pick something up for somebody, they may think that's really fun. I like that little thing a lot. All right, next up from My Medic, again, Band-Aids. I know you think, okay, Band-Aids are kind of something that everybody has, but these little things are just so nice that I feel like they're revelatory. It's exactly what it says in the box. It's a Band-Aid, and these I think have 3 different colors inside, but the material these are made with, they call it their super skin. They also have blister strips made out of these, but it's this very soft, very pliable material. It's like a step up from the fabric Band-Aids, which used to be my favorite. But these for some reason just feel extra nice in the skin. They seem to last a lot longer if you have them like wrapped around fingers and stuff, which is I feel like where I use Band-Aids the most. I feel like the friction between fingers is just nice. I don't know, it may seem ridiculous to go on and on about Band-Aids, but My Medic makes really nice stuff. And I'm a big fan of these bandages. It's something to throw in, again, like a stocking stuffer or a value add. I guarantee you, whoever you're giving that to is gonna come back to you a month or 2 later and talk about how great they are. I just really, really like those things. My Medic makes really good stuff in general. If you wanna pick up one of their first aid kits and stuff like that, that's another big recommendation. But even if you just piece it out and get some small little packs, that's something good to start with. Now, it wouldn't be an At Home in the Future video without talking about some sort of pocket knife. 2 options that I've gone to a lot this year that I've really enjoyed. The first is the legendary Pyrite from CJRB or CRJB. I always get that mixed up, but what a great EDC blade. It's a button lock, so very easy to use with just one hand without getting your fingers in the way of the locking mechanism. Knives in this range, the locking mechanism is typically like a liner lock or something, which is fine, but if you're not a knife person, you typically don't like putting your thumb in the path of that. But these little button locks are great. These come in just about every color and variation imaginable. But the cool thing is, this thing is under 50 bucks. So you have a really great knife, a deep carry clip, very slim, very light, G10 handles, a really great steel in this thing too, but just a really, really nice pocketable design. I just find myself reaching for this quite a bit. Even though I have a ton more expensive knives, this thing is just kind of a pleasure to use and a pleasure to carry. So definitely an option worth checking out. Another option, if you got somebody in your life that likes more of the classic Swiss Army or Victorinox style design, the James Brand Ellis is already a cool knife, and that's what this is. This is a special edition of it, the Wavy Skull version. From a special artist that does this stuff. It's like an automotive grade plaque on here of this cool acid trippy disintegrating skull, which I just think is super rad. But a great traditional style pocket knife here with just a slip joint blade. So if you live in an area where you can't have a locking blade, you'll probably really dig this. But I think really beautiful in this really deep yellow colorway with the skull pattern on it as well. It has a half stop, so it won't chop your finger off when you're trying to close it. And it also has one of the best pairs of scissors I've ever seen on a little pocket knife or multi-tool. Just really beefy, really confident, super, super useful. You've got a scraper, and you could also use it as a flathead down there in the end, a deep carry kind of wire clip, and a very slim, very lightweight profile. So they have other different colorways of the LS. I think they have a green and a black. I also have the black in another kit, but I just love this thing. It's had a lot of pocket time with me lately. I think it's super, super cool looking. Just an extra splash of something cool. If you've got a knife lover in your life, I guarantee you they'll really dig this one, so worth checking out. Also, if you got somebody that likes to carry stuff every day, if they don't already have a Mighty Hank, they're definitely going to want one. These are fantastic. They're inexpensive. They're well made. I think the company itself is one woman who sews these in the USA or leads a team to sew these. Tons and tons and tons of different patterns. So if you have a friend that's way into certain types of stuff, this is kind of like a cool sea monster type thing. But what it is obviously like a little hank, but it's meant more to like take care of your stuff. So you got microfiber on this side, so you can clean up a knife, you can polish a phone screen, clean up your laptop screen. But it folds really nice into a back pocket, and it's just something that's always nice to have with you. It's one of those things where if you want to give something to somebody they'll actually use every day, Mighty Hanks are an awesome addition. So very, very cool thing there, something I really enjoy having. Speaking of pockets, let's talk like wallets or wallet-like accessories. So by far my favorite wallet lately, I moved over to this thing officially, and this is, I think it's the Apex Slim by Bellroy. I don't know, I'll put the name on the screen. You can tell it's got some wear and some patina on it from carrying it pretty much every day. But it's this little magnetized little flip fold wallet here that's just very satisfying. Just pinch the edge there and get access to your cards. So you got access for one card here in the front. I put my cash back here, and I slide another card back there sometimes. But you also have this little pull tab for your ID and stuff. So it keeps everything nicely organized in one little pouch. Oh, by the way, there's another one of those Band-Aids. It just kind of works out just about right for that. But this has been my go-to wallet for a while. That's just very satisfying the way it closes up. If you follow the channel for a while, you know I used to use one of the Herschel sleeve wallets, which I still like quite a bit, but all the cards and stuff around the outside, something about this little clamshell keeping everything safe. I don't know, I just really dig this. I dig the leather feel of it. Everything about it's cool. They have a few colors of these too. Worth checking out. Alpaca also makes a really cool pouch product if you want a little bit more out of your wallet. So you still have an area where you get these cool separate layers here to store your cash and your cards. You have another little pocket on the front if you want to use that. But if you also want to use this as kind of a catch-all where you can slide, you know, a knife down the front, there's a place for a pin in the back or another tool. You can really fit everything within this if you just want one little pouch to slide in and out of your pocket. And cover a lot of utility for you. These things are practically indestructible, made of this awesome material stuff here, come in a few different colorways. Alpaca in general makes pretty awesome kits and pouches and that sort of thing, but really cool little product there. So love that thing too. All right, let's work our way over on this side now. We'll check out this little power bank here. You may have seen this in another video here recently, but I love this thing. So this is a power bank made by Zippo, believe it or not. And the superpower is not only can it charge your devices, I don't love that it's only USB-A ports on this, but you can just get adapters. But the big thing is there's a little, I think it's an OLED screen here, but if you press and hold this button, you see the screen comes on. This is actually a hand warmer. So there's 3 different levels. You can have both sides warm or just one side warm. You just kind of keep clicking this button and it'll change the power level on that. You can see it's on one side right now. And if we switch over, there's both sides are heating up and it'll get warm really quick even as I'm holding this. But man, just an awesome little utility thing to have. I throw this in my work backpack quite a bit if I'm going to be outside in the cold. Just knowing that also I've got a charge for my phone, but more often than not, I'm using this just to throw in a jacket pocket and keep my hands warm. Makes a big difference, and you kind of cut down the waste on using all those little disposable hand warmer packets. But really cool little gadget, especially if you're in a cold climate or somewhere where you just like to have your hands warm all the time. Really, really neat. So that is worth checking out. Flashlights. By far my most in rotation flashlights right now are these lights from Rovivon. Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't even remember the model numbers. This one's got it on here, the E8. I think this is like the A7 or something. Again, I'll put that in the screen. But both of these have the same superpowers, just kind of different variations of those things. So this one you can see it's got 2 emitters at the top, so a higher lumen count and everything, the same tech down the sides. I'm gonna walk through just this one to show you the different features and stuff. So really small, about the size of one AAA battery, press and hold for instant on, super high lumen output. I think it's like 500 or 700 lumens, which is crazy for a light this size. But of course you can just double tap, you can get night mode, you can flip through different levels of just normal flashlighty stuff. So even that's pretty nice, okay? USB-C rechargeable and see-through, which you think, okay, that's cool. But that's like just the beginning of the superpowers that this thing has. If we triple tap, we get a black light, which is awesome. You can't really see it right now, but to check currency or check a gross hotel room, you have that. You can keep pressing that and you get a nice red mode. You can get like a blinking red for signaling stuff. Lots of little things. If you quadruple tap, you get a reading light, so you can tail stand this thing and get a reading light there. You push it one more time, you get an even brighter reading light, so you got kind of like a little lantern. But this thing is like a little powerhouse with all these superpowers, not just a flashlight, like a lantern, a UV light, a little red night vision light thing, just unbelievable. This one does the same thing, just at a larger scale, but these are absolutely awesome. Just a great addition to your everyday carry. If you want a different twist on the light idea, this little keychain fob from Glow Rhino is a little tritium vial. So this is actually radioactive, but safe radioactivity, can't go past your skin. But it always glows a constant green, so if your keys are in the dark and you need to locate them, or if you drop them outside and you don't want to have to pull out your phone or your flashlight, try to track them down, it's totally awesome. And it's just really cool too, just a really cool soft glow. And it also has a little carbide glass breaker on the end there. So again, another really small, affordable item that just has a super high cool factor and actually a lot of utility. I really enjoyed having this. This lives in my keys full time, so recommend that too. Next up are these Clean Freak body wipes, which I am just a giant fan of. Again, if you've watched any recent videos, you find that I have a reason for these in almost any kit. But what they are is just a giant body wipe. We'll open one up here so you can take a look at it. But whether it's something you keep in your travel bag, or if you go in like a theme park and need something to wipe down with, or something you have in a glove box of your car, you may think of like the Wet Ones wipes and stuff, which are handy and which I pack in a lot of kits too, but look at the size of this. Absolutely giant, a foot wide by a foot wide, and super, super tough, very, very scrubby. So you can see the texture on here, but it doesn't break apart really easy. I think it is biodegradable technically, but also antibacterial and everything, but it's like a shower in a little package. If you have kids, it's awesome for that too. Kids somehow, I don't know what it is about them, but like they always are muddy or dirty or like actually dirty, like have dirt on them. I don't know how that works out. These are actually the scented kinds. It smells pretty good. This is citrus, I think, that I just opened. I prefer the unscented just because I don't like to smell like stuff. But if you need a quick way to clean up in a pinch, absolutely awesome. Grabbing a pack of these. Again, it's another one of those things, kind of like these Band-Aids. You may give it to somebody as like a stocking stuffer or just a little extra gift, and they'll think, oh cool, until they use it and they're going to be head over heels for this thing. Or if you're getting these for yourself, I can't get over these. I try to stock up on these. Anytime I find a good deal on them, I try to grab some. So Clean Freak body wipes, super, super awesome. One of my favorite things that I've used this year. And two more things in this category here. One is this backbone controller, which is kind of a newer thing I got for traveling around and stuff. I also have like a Nintendo Switch and some other like video gaming type stuff that I love to take along places. But a lot of times you just have your phone, right? Like that's the thing you want to play on. But the problem is touchscreen controls suck. If you're playing any sort of actual real game that you actually want to play, you wish you had a real controller. And that's exactly what this is. They call it the backbone. It's got this part here, but you just slide it out, pop your phone's port in there. I've got the new iPhone, so it's USB-C, but you can also get lightning connectors there. But pop your phone's port in there, close it up, and immediately you have basically a full Xbox or PlayStation style controller that you can use at any point in time. No batteries to change out, but I mean the controls feel great in this. The sticks actually click. When you're playing something like some of the modern games that have actually started porting over to phones and everything, it feels like you're playing at home. It's absolutely fantastic. Super great and actually very, very light, very easy to throw in a bag. If you're a gamer or you're shopping for a gamer or something, I think you'll really dig having one of these, so can't recommend that enough. Also in that kind of travel wavelength, we have these packing cubes from Peak Design. Now, you may think with packing cubes are pretty much all created equal. You just, you know, you're zipping a lid closed over something in a little cloth bag. That cannot be less true because these things are the best things I've ever used. Just super well thought out, very easy to open. You just grab the tab here, and of course you have your compartment here that you can stuff all your stuff in. But what makes these special, the zippers are very, very smooth. You have an extra part back here where you can separate out stuff. So let's say this thing was full of socks. You could put your dirty socks throughout the week in this pouch back here and keep your dirty stuff separated from your clean stuff. But it also has an extra set of zippers that spans the whole outside of this. We can unzip that open, and so you can see this kind of mesh layer here. So you could have an expanded cube if you need to pack more stuff into this, Or once you pack your stuff inside, you can pack it all in there and then zip it closed for extra compression that takes all that intense packing that you've probably already done, makes it fit in an even smaller space. Also, this fabric's basically bulletproof. It slides in and out of stuff very easy, but these are like ultra premium packing cubes. If you travel much or are buying for somebody that travels all the time, I promise you they're gonna adore these things. They come in a bunch of different sizes. Totally worth adding to the list. All right, switching gears for a minute, let's talk clothes. I mentioned at the start of the video, I've had the opportunity to try on and kick the tires on a ton of different brands, a ton of different items this year. So what I've done for this video is kind of pick out the stuff that I think everybody would like, stuff that I think that would look good on just about anybody. Even have some recommendations for the ladies thanks to my wife's recommendations. But let's kick this whole thing off with jackets, and it wouldn't be a conversation about jackets without mentioning the legendary wax trucker jacket from Flint & Tinder. This thing's awesome. It's worth all the ads you probably see for it online. I feel like it matches just about everything. Super comfortable, keeps you warm down to like 40-ish when you start needing like more heavy coats and everything. But really dig these. In fact, dig these so much I actually got a second color, so I have one that matches pretty much anything I want to wear. Once you have it in your wardrobe, you'll just find yourself wearing it all the time. You can also get these in like 12 different colors now, and good news for the ladies, they finally made a women's edition. So my wife just got this a little bit ago, absolutely loves it. I think they may only make this one in one color. It's everything that makes the men's jacket so legendary, just cut in a lady's size. So definitely check that out. My second favorite jacket this year has been this Relwyn WindZip jacket. These are great. If you're like a puffy jacket fan at all, but want one that looks a little bit different, it has a little bit more of a classical profile than some of the other stuff you'll see out there. This has that puffy jacket feel. It's got little baffles and stuff all throughout. It's got this super soft line on the inside, which is really comfortable and everything. It comes in a bunch of different colors. Comes in a few different flavors too. You can also get this in like a popover style. So this is just kind of a little button-up collar there. It has a little bit of a zip on it too. So whichever flavor you like, if you like more of the pullover look, they got a ton of different colors of these. And if you like just the zip up, which I probably tend to wear this one the most, I think you'll really, really dig this thing. Very light, very comfortable. It's not bulky at all, and I think it actually fits really well. So that's another recommendation there. And the final jacket category I want to show you are shirt jackets. I don't know if this is like a new category for 2023. I feel like I've just seen them a lot more this fall. But we'll start with the ladies' items first. This is a really cool denim one from Rourke. My wife loves this thing. Japanese denim. It fits loose, and she likes to wear it like over sweaters and some heavier stuff, or like sweatshirts below it, but really dig these. It's got snaps and everything on it, so that's worth checking out. Again, for shopping for your wife or your girlfriend, she'll definitely like one of these. She may also like this one. So this is a blanket shirt jacket from Outerknown. Really, really nice fabric. This one definitely comes in a few different colors and stuff too, but again, this is my wife's other go-to as far as this category goes. Same deal, warm, very cozy as she describes it, and it's like a heavier kind of blanket material, maybe a little bit stronger than flannel and stuff, but it takes a lot of wear and tear. Super comfortable, comes in lots of different colors and everything. You can get brighter colors if you want, or if she digs neutral like my wife, she may dig this one. But finally, a shirt jacket for the guys. My absolute favorite has been this micro twill shirt jacket from Relwyn. It comes in a few different colors too. It's got snaps all down the front. But wears like a heavier flannel shirt. So nice and tailored, stays close to your body and everything. Surprisingly warm. It has this nice quilted insulation on the inside, which is great. I also like that it's actually slick. So if you're wearing stuff, a lot of times when you put a jacket on, even that trucker jacket I mentioned earlier, like your shirts will get stuck on. You kind of have to work to get your sleeves down. This does not have this problem. I like that it's got a lot of extra warmth built into it without feeling bulky at all. So those are 3 good jacket options for you to check out. All right, let's talk belts, because I think these are actually an affordable gift option that are probably underappreciated until you actually use it, and then it's something you use every day that you really, really like. First up, you may have seen arcade belts. Over the last 2 years, I feel like I've seen these pop up everywhere. They have like a gajillion different styles of these. I just got one in like a simple brown here, but very light, very stretchy. But one huge benefit of this style of belt is you kind of size it to exactly what you need, and then it just stays that way until you resize it with the clasp here. Very easy to take on and off. You're not having to mess with a buckle where you have to thread the little pin in there and all that. That's a good option. If you want one that's just a little bit sturdier, you can check out the Groove Belt. These don't come in quite as many colorways and stuff, but they are a little bit stiffer. They still have just a little bit of stretch. You can barely see it there. I think I do like the mechanism on this a little bit better. There's something about that just pop that goes in there. It's got these little teeth in the back, but the same idea. You can just resize this and leave it how it is. Both of these are really awesome items and an easy win around the holidays. Okay, last but not least, let's talk shoes and boots. Starting with sneakers, probably my top choice has to be these On Cloud Vistas. Again, I've got these in 2 different colors because I liked them so much. So these are just a great pair of cool looking, I think, everyday sneakers that are unbelievably comfortable, stay in good shape, are easy to clean up, very light, come in a ton of different colors and styles and everything. But as far as everyday wear, these are absolutely one of my favorites. The other one is these kind of classic looking sneakers from Veja. I forget the name of the style of these, but I'll put them on the screen. I really like these, comfortable, have a very cool old school sneaker look with just some modern touches, like they just fit a little bit better and have a little bit more padding. But one thing you may dig about these too is they're made with a purpose. They have lots of emphasis on the environment and fair trade and materials that are sourced from responsible locations and everything like that. But really dig these, kind of did the classic waffle style soles in these. But if you tend to be kind of a sneaker and jeans kind of guy or gal like I am, then I feel like these things match just about everything, so they're a really good choice. We'll close things out here talking about boots, and these are my wife's top choice. They're some Chelsea's from Blundstone that she says are super, super comfortable. They're just a really nice, really tough all-around boot. They patina well over time. They have a sole that has a lot of padding that's really comfortable that my wife really, really digs. It says they wear more like a tennis shoe than they do like a typical stiff boot. So definitely check these out. That is the option there for the ladies, and for the guys, I think these mock toe boots from Danner are the bee's knees. These are my absolute favorite. Again, lots of different leathers and materials and stuff out there. This is actually an exclusive colorway, I think, to HUCKBERRY. What I dig about these, they're way lighter than you think they would. When you think boots, at least for guys at least, I always think of like the big, heavy type shoe, and that's just why I don't like wearing them all that much. But these are very light, have a sneaker style sole, a lot of flex to them and everything, Vibram materials there in the bottom. Have some cool speckling on the bottom. I don't know, I just feel like if you're wearing jeans out and want to dress things up a bit or just wear something different than sneakers, these are an unbelievable option. They also have like a Gore-Tex lining on the inside, which makes them great for all weather conditions. Over time, I don't know if that would completely make the leather look crazy or what, but all in all, super good option. If you're looking for a boot, you can't go wrong with those. So there you go. Those are my top picks for the gear of the year for 2023. I hope you found something cool to ask for yourself or a great gift idea for a friend or a family member. Like I mentioned earlier, I did the best I could shopping around online, trying to get all those holiday deals in one place, and you'll find all of that in the description below, so definitely go check that out. Also, if you have something you want to recommend that you've loved this year, let me know down in the comments and be sure to share that with everybody else. But that's it for this video. As always, if you dug the video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more cool stuff like this down the line. We'll see you next time.